Y'all know how much I love hearing from y'all. I enjoy reading your notes and your recipes that you send me. I think it's so important that we not let go of those recipes that our mothers and grandmothers made for us that we love so dearly. So it just thrills me every time I get a note from somebody out there that says, this is what I've been making for years and it's so good. Well, what night was it? Saturday night. Michael was at work, I was here by myself, and I wanted something sweet so bad. And I didn't have anything sweet, which is unusual in this house. So I went in the office and started going through the mail that I have gotten from my, for lack of a better word, fans. I like to think of y'all as friends myself. And these are, so I ran up on some mail that I got right before we packed up to move back in this house. So I just hadn't gotten around to making it, but I came up on this note, and the recipe was Melting Moment Cookies. Melting Moments Cookies. I said, that is for me. And I read the ingredients. I said, dadgum, this is so easy. So, Rosemary, Brewington, I don't know, I think I ate 6 of these cookies.
I mean, really, the title describes it perfectly. I mean, those things definitely just melt.
They melt
and
in
you do have a moment
your mouth. And like I said, I think I ate 6 of them, Eddie. I was by myself. Nobody was here to count them. So.
Actually, I was kind of surprised. I was like, just how many did she make? Because there was only like 3 or 4 under the cake dome this morning. I
know. Well, Michael, you know, if I put things out like that with glass, and Michael Groover can see it, and I can see it, it's not hidden too well from us. All right, but here's what she says. Paula, I am 65 years old, and I have been cooking these since I was 12. Mainly Southern cooking. And I have been cooking since I was 12, mainly Southern cooking. I have saved all of your recipes to cook something different. God bless you and your family. Rosemary Brewington, Attica, Tennessee. Atoka, Attica, wouldn't that be pronounced Attica, Tennessee? So I received this, the envelope is postmarked August of 21. So Rosemary actually sent me 3 or 4 recipes. She sent me a recipe for a prune cake. Now I used to have a prune cake and it was so good. Kind of like the fig cake. And she sent me a frozen cranberry salad recipe. And she sent me a recipe for cashew pralines. That sound awfully good. But the one that caught my eye was these Melting Moment cookies. Rosemary, they're so stinking good. They don't make very many though. They melted almost before before anybody could get any. So I want to share Rosemary Brewington's recipe for Melting Moments cookies. And when I tell you it's easy, it's so easy. The other night when I went to make them, I couldn't believe I was out of cornstarch. But I was. And so I started doing some research to see what I could substitute cornstarch with. Well, as it turns out, you can use just plain old flour, But if a recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, then, no, if the recipe calls for, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and you got to substitute with flour, you would put 4 teaspoons of flour, because cornstarch is more potent, than regular flour. So I did, and like I said, I certainly wouldn't throw them in the trash can. I thought they were delicious. So I'm really anxious now to make a batch using the cornstarch. Oh, and I've got something right here. Now, Eddie, do we know who sent this? Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, got some butter on that. Joey, that's not her name. Her name is Stephanie Morris from Henderson, Kentucky. She says, "Dear Paula, I've so enjoyed watching your YouTube videos. Every time you said no butt shots, Eddie, I cracked up. And I thought that saying should be on a tea towel. So I made you one." When I leaned over to put something in the oven, I was so afraid Eddie was going to take a butt shot. Because it ain't putty no more. So, Stephanie, this is precious. This is precious. And I love an old flour sack tea towel so much. No butt shot, Eddie.
She did, Teresa, there's one hanging beside the stove in there. There's one more that she did.
And so she did that one, baking day.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. Bring it in here, Teresa. It's hanging on the side of the oven.
Oh.
Yeah, right there.
Wow.
Isn't that adorable?
That is adorable.
Stephanie, I used to do. So today is baking day. So how about that?
So baking day, no butt shots, Eddie.
Uh-huh. And that's my motto for the day. Stephanie, this is darling. I used to do things like this years ago. But, oh, look, we got something on it. We've been using it, Stephanie. All right. So let's move on to Rosemary's melt-in-your-mouth cookies. So I've got, and did I say thank you, Stephanie? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love them. Y'all are so sweet out there. All right, so I've got 1 cup of butter that's been softened, 1/4 of a cup of cornstarch. And let's see, I believe that's the cornstarch, right, Teresa?
Yes, ma'am.
And 1/3 of a cup of powdered sugar.
That'll be the other small one.
Mm-hmm. The 4th looks larger than the 3rd, doesn't it? Oh, well.
I promise you I measured.
This is the largest one. The 3rd is the largest one. So I may have set it backwards. Okay, so in goes the cornstarch. In goes the powdered sugar. And then Rosemary said to slowly add the flour. The other night when I made them, Michael burned up my little hand mixer making twice baked potatoes for Christmas. Because it was so many potatoes because we had to fix it for like 40 people. And it just burned it right on up.
You should have used the big mixer.
I know, but working with Michael, I don't know. I don't know if that'd been so easy to accomplish. All right, so I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of flour at the same time. So, rosemary, I made them just by the recipe Saturday night. Except for having to substitute the cornstarch. But I kept thinking, now these, the the little drop, the little frosting that you put in. It's like a thumbprint cookie. Y'all, you make your thumbprint, and then after they come out of the oven, you drop the frosting in the center. And I thought, oh my gosh, this would be so good with maybe almond flavoring or an orange flavoring. So I'm not gonna play around with the cookie because it's just like a wonderfully melt in your mouth shortbread cookie. So I'm not gonna change that, but I do think that I'm gonna play around with the frosting that we're gonna drop in the center. And so I'm debating orange, almond, coconut. I mean, anything that you got flavoring for, you can use. I don't know if I even finished telling y'all a minute ago that my mixer was burned up by Michael. So I just mix this by hand, you know, with a fork, because your butter is so soft that you can truly just stir it together. All right, so Rosemary said to drop this by the teaspoonfuls. And that very first one, that's not big enough to suit me. So do those look like the same size, gang?
Yeah.
So this is my powdered sugar. And this is what I'll use to make the frosting. But right now, I'm gonna use it to wet my cookies. Because if I didn't use flour or powdered sugar, it would all stick to my hands. So to me, this is the best way to get your indention done. See how good that works? There you go. And we're gonna cook those in a 350 preheated degree oven for I think like 10, I think she said like 10, yeah, 10 to 12 minutes. And then she told me in the letter, she said, let them cool slightly. But Rosemary, I did not let them cool because I put the frosting in one of them and I thought it would spread out, but it didn't. It remained right in the center. So I just went ahead and frosted them all. Okay, now since our cookies bake so quickly, I'm gonna go ahead. Teresa is finishing up putting them out on the tray, and I'm gonna go ahead and make up our frosting because as soon as I take those cookies out of the oven, I want to be able to start loading them. All right, I don't think that's quite a cup. I think I missed it a little bit. There you go. So here's the decision we've got to make. Eddie, we've also got a lemon flavoring up there. And this is orange. Oh, and it smells so good. Did you smell it?
Yes.
It's so citrusy smelling.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, almond. Who doesn't love almond? I love almond. So
You
I
have
was
a
thinking
peppermint one too.
peppermint is for Christmas, so I think. I don't like peppermint too much. All right, and that calls for 3 ounces of cream cheese. And of course, I've been cutting off an 8-ounce block. So doesn't that look about 3 ounces right there? Looks like it to me. Heck, we can go ahead and just use it all. Because I don't like to be short on the frosting. Okay, So the recipe for the icing is 3 ounces of cream cheese, 1 cup of powdered sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm gonna get this mixed up right here. So since I can't make up my mind and y'all are not offering a lot of help, oh gosh, that's slung everywhere. Since you two ain't offering any advice, I think I'm gonna separate this in half and do half orange and half almond. What y'all think about that?
Yeah.
Yay, I got a response. So I'm gonna put a little almond in that one. And just that little bit of flavoring, you know, moistens it up. Yum.
Let's see how the orange one turns out.
Yum. I'm edible. Yeah, so now we're gonna try the orange. The orange just sounds like it could be real refreshing, you know. I wish I thought of made a little zest. That's good. It's you know, and another one that would have been good, y'all, is lemon. So while we're waiting on our cookies to bake, I'm gonna take this orange and I'm gonna wash it and I'm gonna zest it. Rosemary. Now, I don't know what happened, girl, but those that I made Saturday night, they stayed up. And the little indention stayed on them, but these didn't. So you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that I might go back to the way I did them Saturday night, just substituting a little extra flour in place of the cornstarch. Because my indention's gone. And I was just afraid I was gonna ruin them. So I made them about that size the other night. And like I said, when I pulled them out of the oven, they all had my thumb indention. Well, there was still one left when you came in, wasn't it? So this is the orange. And
Smells so good.
doesn't that orange smell delicious? So I did a little zest. I can't remember what Aunt Peggy calls it.
Jest.
Jest. Like ingest. Like you say something in jest. Yeah, and see, you'd think that this frosting would melt, but it doesn't.
Yeah, even on the flat cookie.
I know. Get up there. So, I can't believe it, Rosemary. So I will make these again. And so I don't know what I did wrong. I think with you telling me that to make an indention in the cookies, that you would tell me that because they would come out of the oven, you know, with an indentation. So, we shall see. It can't hurt the taste of them at all. They smell so good. So, if you want to make these and you don't have any cornstarch, and it calls for a fourth of a cup of cornstarch, you would use a half a cup of extra flour. So it's like the cornstarch didn't thicken them up at all. So they still good, but I'm gonna try them again. The flavor of these cookies are so good. And Rosemary, they did perfectly Saturday night for me. And I just increased the flour because I didn't have any cornstarch, which flour is substitute. I mean, you can't even get them off. So I said, there's not many things that you can't fix in the kitchen. Look how buttery. So I took the cookies that I had made, and like I said, you couldn't even get it up with a spatula. So I just changed this cookie into a
cake pop.
Cake pop. That's right. You know, don't try to trick us girls. We can get it done. But I'm certainly gonna make these again, Rosemary. And I think I'm gonna hold off the cornstarch and just increase my flour, just like I did, because they turned out perfect.
Yeah, you can get them off the plate, off the cookie sheet with a spatula, but when you go to pick them up, they're so...
Yeah, they crumble. So I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. They're so thin. And look at my hands. This is truly a buttery cookie. And you just mash your mouth together and it's gone.
Yeah, yeah.
So...
It's a good treat.
So Eddie, since your hands are not all messed up, I would like for you to try an orange cake pop, please.
Cake pop? Butter pop? It's good.
It is good.
Yeah.
Yay! You know, like I said, you can fix most anything, but you can't fix scorched. If you have scorched something, you can put that in the trash, because I don't know of a way in the world to fix that. So that's my story, Morning Glory, for the day. Thank you, Rosemary. And oh my gosh, I love my tea towels. Love, love. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.